I'm Shoshana, and my combination is 4/8 counts long and begins with my version of the arabesque, in which I'm leading with my hip, dragging my leg through space. The foot stays behind, the hip is folding over, working my abdominal muscles to draw the hip through space. Also allowing my foot to move on in space, either lifting my heel or my toe, so that I can pivot my whole body in space. And if I take it to the other side, I'll be dragging that other leg in space. So I'm not letting my foot cave in around the body, but I'm really dragging long line through the body through here. So the arabesque is where this combination starts out, dragging long, and on the other side we'll be dragging long, and then we'll be taking what I call an arabesque fake out. The arabesque fake out I'd like to show you as well. It's where we start out with that arabesque concept, dragging with the hip, and then we're going to pull in with our hip flexors and our abdominal muscles to redirect the hips in a different direction. So if you try that, it's like someone's holding onto your toe in space and you're drawing in and changing your angle. You can also make that a little harder here at the shoulder too, and pull the shoulder and the leg back. Can give a really interesting change of direction while you're dancing. So the combination is going to start out with that one. Let's show it to you first. So starting out, I have my right foot available. I'll be crossing over first, lengthening through that left hip, lengthening through that side of the body first, taking 2 steps, and then taking that other side long, walking across 2 times, then arabesque fake out. Now staying here with my toe in space, I'm going to reach forward with my ribs as I undulate down, changing my weight to my back foot when my foot is there to catch me, and then ending with a little punctuated release in the abs. So on that, I want to make sure that I have my foot in front, and if I start going back directly, I'm going to probably fall down. If I have that foot in front and reach forward with the ribs first, going forward, then up, and then roll down as I change my weight, I'm a lot more balanced and able to get that nice little articulation at the end. So again, starting out, we have the right foot ready and stepping 1, drag 2, 3, 4, 5, drag 6, 7, 8, 1, draw in on 2, camel back 3, let it go on 4. Then we have a turn to the side, bringing the toe out, turning 5, 6, 7, and then some choices of ending of that would be 8, little crunch isolation here. On that crunch, I'm drawing my rib cage down to my hip and drawing in on my abdominal muscles here, crunching down, or maybe a shoulder shimmy or some other cute accent out of your turn. If you want to really look at the kind of turn I'm doing, it's a turn that I call an inside out turn, where my hips are going in a circle that's the opposite direction of the weight direction my body's turning. So for example, if my hips are going to the left, my body would be turning to the right. This one can be a little hard on the back, so you want to make sure you're really engaged in your abdominal muscles. And to the back part of it, I really try to draw in here so that I'm keeping my tailbone down, extra strong in the abs. So let's try that all together, the beginning of the combination. We have the right toe touching. We have step, drag on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, draw in on 2. Roll down 3, and that on 4. Toe comes out, turning inside out. If you'd like to try, the hips are going left, the body's turning right. 5, 6, 7, and then crunch at the end of that. Your left toe's touching here. We're going to be changing directions, heading toward this other way here, stepping on the left, lifting the right hip up. I've got my imaginary stiletto heel on one side and a flip-flop on the other side, so my heel's lifted up, drawing in, lifting up again, and in. And now, so coming from here, you have lift, down, and then changing directions with it, crossing front and back end, all right? So we have traveling both directions. We have that lift coming up, down, then left, right, crossover in a grapevine, crossing front and back, touch your toe, draw it out to the side, and then we have a side bend. The side bend is a wave through the body that's similar to that camel undulation through here, but it's going to be leading side, so your head is following rather than leading, and you can determine how large of a movement you create by how much weight you put on this foot, how strong your knee is. If you have delicate knees, you're not going to want to put much pressure here, but I've got a little gentle placing of weight, and then I could push off and actually take my foot off the floor here. So I've got a little wave off to one side and lengthening up, feeling that I'm lengthening through this rib cage as I rebuild my spine back to its original position. Let's try the whole combination. So the right toe touching, we have step, arabesque long, step, arabesque long, step, arabesque fake out, undulation down, release, touch the toe, turning inside out if you'd like, and then crunch, traveling to the left, picking up the right hip up, down, then front and back, and cross in front, crossing back touch, pull out to the side as you side bend, lift it up. Now we'll be stepping to the other side. I call this a magical transition because I want to go to the other side, but my weight isn't on that foot. So coming off to the side, I lift up. I'm going to step my weight down onto the right foot, cross to the left and begin the arabesque. 2, 3, 4, other side, 5, 6, 7, 8, right side, drag, pull in, camel back down. Now turning to the left, 5, 6, 7, maybe a crunch, maybe a cute little shoulder shimmy. Now pushing off that left foot, lifting the hip up toward the rib cage, lift, down, down. Then you're changing directions this way. Right foot crosses in front and then cross front and back, touch your toe, reach over to the side, draw back up, change the weight, cross, lift, step, step, cross, lift, step, step, cross, pull it in, camel down, touch, turn yourself around, crunch, lift, draw it down, lift, draw it down, and front and back, then cross, front, pull it back, over to the side, build it back up, and cross that left foot over. 1, drag 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, pull it in, 2, going down, 4, turn 5, 6, 7, crunch on 8, push off, 1, 2, 3, 4, this way, 5, 6, 7, 8, cross in front, 2, 3, 4, elongate, luxuriously pull it back to the top. And that's the technique.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like the video, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.